All right, so I hit the 15-minute mark without noticing in the last one and finished it out, but we should be good here. A couple things you'll notice are different. The session name has changed because I reset the session because I didn't realize that we were paused and we're on a different question number here, but we're in the same circumstances as we were just a moment ago, so we'll just pick up straight from there. So with Asher here, we're going to go ahead and we've chosen him, so we're going to choose the action to resume him. And if we look over on his test, oh, it's been so long that he was paused that kicked him out of the website. This is a great demonstrative moment because now when Asher goes to log in, he's going to have a hard time. The reason is that his test is currently listed as paused or maybe even suspended on my side, but that means that his name is not going to pop up on the list here. So what I'm going to have to do, he's listed as suspended, which is good. If it wasn't, if on your side it still said paused, you would have to suspend him first. But I'm going to go ahead and test him again. He'll have to refresh his screen and get logged in. Interesting. He shouldn't be choosing his test, but yeah, that's really interesting. All right. So he gets back and he gets kicked back to the problem that he was on before. There we go, question 10, because I just saw that he was finished on question 9. And that is a different question than he was actually on before. So it puts him to the same question number, but not the same question. So if they're in the middle of a problem, it might delete the work of the one problem, but otherwise it'll save the rest of it. Okay, cool. So that is the process of going through and resuming him. Like I said, the most important action here probably is suspend. So suspend lets you put his test on pause. He won't be able to continue this test basically until I start it for him again. So we'll just go through the suspend process here. It's going to boot him on the other side here at one point, and if he goes to get logged back in, he's going to find that he's not able to find his name. That's because we're in the same test session here. But that's okay. We can, if we want to, again, set him up to test again. Refresh. And he'll be able to get logged in one more time. And what's going to happen here is when you confirm for him, it's going to ask if we want to resume the test, which we definitely do. And that'll kick him back to where he was before. You can pick up a suspended test up to 28 days after the first test has been paused. So it's not since the last time you paused it. If you're going to do testing in chunks, you need to make sure that you have a time frame that you're going to finish within those 28 days. And it is days, not business days or anything like that. So just be aware of that. Here, by the way, is an example of where that calculator shows up. And that is basically what's going on with the test here. Now, one last action that you'll probably never need to use is this terminate action. So we're going to go ahead and terminate this test, which deletes it with prejudice. It'll never show up again. It'll be like he never even took this test, which is good because he didn't actually take this test. And it looks in order for us to suspend, we're going to to terminate. We're first going to have to suspend his test and then go ahead and terminate it. Testing or paused. Oh, interesting. Apparently they need to be in the middle of testing, which is what he was before. All right, I think I just didn't give the system a chance to catch up. So we will go ahead and set him back up. While I'm doing this, apologies for kind of doing the same loop again. Let me just go ahead and mention that this terminate thing, I've done it, for the thousands of kids that I've tested, maybe 2 times. It comes up really, really rarely. It's if the test really doesn't count for anything, you really don't want to save any of the problems. It's not common that you're going to want to use the terminate action. Oh yeah, probably what happened is that I was still having him listed as confirmed on the Proctor page, and the reason that happens is because there is up to a minute delay on tests there. Now that he's actually testing, let's go ahead and get rid of this test forever. It says, are we sure? And now the test is completely done, completely gone. There's no way for him to get it back. You can assign accommodations on here by going to this right here. The only one that really matters is the read aloud one. All the rest of them are sort of external to the test, right? Notice that they're non-embedded features, but the embedded text-to-speech is one that is important to be aware of. All right, we're going to go ahead and end this session now. And it doesn't matter whether you delete this session or save and exit. Whether the kid is suspended in the test or not also doesn't matter. The entire map system saves their score or saves their interim test one way or another. So don't worry about deleting the session. I pretty much am always deleting sessions. The reason you want to save and exit is if you wanted to test these particular kids again. So in this instance where I was doing a demonstration and would have loved to show this session again, it would have been great to pull up the same kids, but unfortunately I had deleted the session, which I'm going to do again because I won't learn my lesson. And then I could have pulled up the same kids. Instead I had to kind of regenerate the session. This is useful because I might know that these 3 kids are coming in tomorrow, and that's sort of the plan there. And that is basically the majority of what you need to know in order to perform the map administration of the test. Everything goes in. The test again won't show up until the next morning, so just be aware of that. Don't worry if it seems kind of invisible in the meanwhile. If you have any difficulties, as always, you can reach out to me. But other than that, that's been the basics. I hope that you learned a little bit and you are ready to do some map testing. Thanks for your time.